Let's begin the build of my micro camper the moment after I pulled into the driveway with this worn and rusted Harbor Freight trailer that I bought from a woman in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Maybe there's something else stuck. Okay, got the last bolt removed here. Kick this board out of the way. The plywood's coming off. It's 3/4 inch, super heavy, didn't need that much for a floor. Taking the wheel off to get to more rust, or get to the rust easier. Now we can see all this rust here real easy that was behind the wheel. You can see where it's flaked like this. I'm gonna scrape all that off and sand it. This guy's pretty bad right through here. Sand that, prime that. Yesterday I finished sanding and painting, well, sanding and priming, and now we're gonna put a whole coat of primer and paint. Going to go black. Okay, there it is. Just finished painting it all black all the way around. Put these cross members in there so that the bed doesn't sink in when I put the mattress on there. And then right over here we're cutting out the curve for the top. You can see that curved line. Here we go. Need to be a little bit more careful. Got these two panels cut so far. Here you can see I used rubber coating to spray the bottom of the plywood, and this is the first structural truss meant for the walls and roof. So right now I'm putting up the, I don't know what you want to call them, trusses maybe for the roof and the walls. And I just kind of made these 2x3s pretty much, 2x2.5. And they got a curve to them. I'm using some wood glue, putting a screw up through the bottom there, and we've screwed and glued each corner together here, and they sat overnight to get nice and strong. At this point I glued the side panels to the trailer using sticks and bricks and whatever else was laying around. I let it sit for 24 hours to cure the glue after that. So this morning I went through and added these little corner supports right here. A little bit of glue, 2 screws, both sides there. I attached my second sheet of plywood. Basically I just put some screws, some glue, 2 screws at the top, glue, 2 screws, and glue, 2 screws. The sheet metal will overlap to about right here, so you won't see those screws when it's finished. So today I'm going to start hopefully framing in the front. It's pretty neat to see it come to life. I like that wood grain. This is a hardwood 1/4 inch plywood. I'm not sure what type of hardwood though. I can't recognize the grain. Just starting the curve on the front to frame that in. We got, getting a little closer here, you got just a screw, some glue in there, screw, glue. And we're gonna just bring boards all the way down across so that when I get my sheet metal, then it will follow this nice curve. Just finished some light framing. We're coming down from the top now all the way down. Very light framing. You want to keep this thing as light as possible. This piece, that's what's going in next on the front of the trailer. Just a piece of hardwood. I think it's birch. Something to back it on. These little thin guys here ain't much, but they're enough to back that, and I don't think wind's going to be really hitting that with the car being right there at the front. It's the morning of June 29th. I just took the tarp off. It's really solid so far, surprisingly solid. So I'm working on how to put these doors on here, and I haven't been recording much, I've just been working. So this is going to be one door. It's going to open kind of like that, but I haven't been able to figure out how to do it. So I made these sliders here into the wood. I was having a problem with the hinge binding up in this corner here, but I want this really clean look of no hardware on the back if I can help it. So I made it so that the door will slide out. We'll have a hinge here that will open up once it slides long enough to clear this piece of wood right here. Got the bottom one sliding in and out nice and easy. Working on this side, just installed this piece, the gap. This is a piece of trim here to make this gap. And back here you can see just the notch and no gap. I have to put that piece on. Well, laying right there on top of the table saw is a door. The other door is now on the camper, mounted for the first time. I got a carriage bolt going through here. This is what my hinges hook to, this thicker piece of wood. Got to cut these off with the angle grinder, just grind those off. And then what we'll wind up with is a two-step sliding door. The first move here with this door is to slide it out like that and then open it up. But you can see the sliding mechanism, and watch it here. Coming in here, slider shut, open, and then the door swings open. And that's so that we can have this really nice tight finished edge right here. That's about 3/8 of an inch. On the back here of the sliders, I've put a dowel pin. I just pushed that through there and put some glue on it. Well, I'm putting the first coat of stain on. Might be the only coat that I put on. Maybe we'll do some clear coat over that. It's another sealer. It's called Nutmeg. Hasn't grown on me yet. Well, just laid the sheet metal on it for the first time. It's a 10-foot piece. Gonna leave a little bit of an overhang. I got about 1 inch on either side. So right now I'm taking my hands and bending this metal to give this edge here. Hopefully you can see this. See how it's a little tighter here, it's a little bit out here. So I've just been going like this a couple 100,000 times. And we're gonna work it to the edge where it starts to slope off. Trying to tighten that up. I took a pair of pliers and started the initial bend all the way down, like one little plier width at a time. And now we can do it with the hands now that it's safe to push, and using the flesh makes a nice smooth thing that isn't going to, it's not going to crease the metal. So you just keep working at it. And then now we can take this edge and we can kind of glue it down and then work that edge maybe tomorrow once that dries. Today I'm just putting this flashing here, this aluminum flashing, and I'm going to take this piece and stick it up through here to meet that piece down there and hopefully keep the rain out. Here's the inside right there with the metal roof on. The outside, I bent this back part here, it's all laying on there nice. Today we're probably going to do a porthole window right here and maybe work on the fenders. Now I'm working on putting the fenders back on. Found a stud with this one and then just went through the wood and used a big flat washer on the back side with those. I put 2 coats of polyurethane on it. Got the roof secured down. Going to keep it this metal look, I kind of like it. Secured the front with a couple screws, 1, 2, 3. Got the bottom plate that's metal also kind of drying there with some pressure on it. Right now I just sanded these down, these fenders, so that they'll match the roof. Let me go back here and get a good view. For the windows, I cut a sheet of glass down to 12 by 12, then built a wooden frame for the glass to be secured to. Once that dried, I glued and screwed the wood-framed window to the interior stud and wall of the camper. Then I sealed the outside with a quality clear silicone. Inside, right now I've put some wood up on the ceiling, got to finish doing that. I know I've skipped a few steps, but this is the maiden voyage. I just fixed the AC in my car, and this is the first time I'm going out in the camper. I just taped this tag on temporarily while I go. We got the lights working today. That's basically it. You guys have seen this already. And I just put this on today temporarily. It's just a nut and bolt and lock and latch situation. But got the door secured. And here we go to take off. So I took the camper coast to coast. I drove 21,000 miles over the span of 107 days. I wore out 2 tires, Had a semi-truck back into it, puncturing some holes in the side, and a fella broke one of the windows by accident, yet the little camper survived. It was a perfect pairing for my 4-cylinder car as it towed light and without sway, even after the damage. This was a great experiment, and I learned exactly what to improve on the next build.